Ever found yourself wondering how your favorite energy drink Red Bull gets its mojo? You may have found yourself sipping on that familiar silver and blue can, feeling the effervescent bubbles pop on your tongue and the rush of energy coursing through your veins, and ask yourself, just how do they do it? Is it magic? An arcane process known only to a select few? Perhaps the secret ingredient is a dash of unicorn tears bottled under the light of a full moon. Or maybe alien technology is at play, harnessed to create that perfect blend of sweetness, tang, and of course energy. Could it be that there's a hidden chamber in the factory where mystical creatures and extraterrestrial beings work tirelessly, under the stern supervision of a wizard, to create this elixir of alertness? A place where science and magic blend seamlessly to create the drink that gives you wings? Well, buckle up, because we're about to take a wild ride into the world of energy drink creation. Picture a factory bustling with activity, not unlike Santa's workshop if the elves were obsessed with caffeine instead of toys. Now, let's dive into the factory process. Imagine a chaotic baking session at your granny's house on a Sunday afternoon. You're trying to follow her recipe that's been passed down for generations, but there's flour flying everywhere, and you've already knocked over the vanilla extract twice. That's a bit like the mixing process here. They're blending together water, sugar, caffeine, and a secret mix of B vitamins and other ingredients to create the unique taste we all know and love. Next comes the carbonation, akin to pumping up a bicycle tire. But instead of air, it's bubbles. Those bubbles that make you feel like you're toasting with champagne at a rock concert every time you crack open a can. Moving on to the packaging process. Imagine an overzealous gift wrapper, perhaps that one cousin who shows up at every family gathering with a suitcase full of ribbons, bows, and glitter. It's like that, but on a much larger scale. Each can is filled, sealed, and wrapped faster than you can say Red Bull gives you wings. And speaking of wings, these cans are then transported to different parts of the world, flying off to energize people from all walks of life. Just like your aunt at Christmas, these machines never miss a beat when it comes to wrapping. Now you might be thinking, what's the secret behind the kick that Red Bull gives us? Well, sit tight, because we're about to dive into the nitty-gritty of the magic potion that is Red Bull. First up, we have glucose and sucrose, which are just fancy names for sugar. This is what gives you that instant energy boost, the feeling that you could run a marathon or maybe even fly. But let's be clear, it's not pixie dust, though we do wonder if they tried that in the initial recipes. Next, we have taurine, an amino acid that's naturally present in our bodies. It's like the body's little helper, assisting in various biological processes. No, it's not the elixir of life, but it's close. Then there's caffeine, the star of the show. It's like that friend who turns up late to the party but brings the real fun with them. Caffeine is what keeps you going, helps you stay awake for those late-night gaming sessions or cramming for exams. And let's not forget the B group vitamins. They're the unsung heroes, working behind the scenes to keep your body running smoothly. Think of them as the stage hands in the grand production that is your body. But remember, the magic of Red Bull isn't just in these individual ingredients. It's the way they're combined, the perfect balance that makes it more than just a drink. It's an experience, a moment of invigoration that helps you seize the day. And that, my friends, is how Red Bull gets its wings, or at least how it gets its caffeine. So there you have it. The life story of a can of Red Bull, from factory to fridge. Quite a journey, wouldn't you agree? It all starts in the bustling factory, where our favorite energizer begins its life as nothing more than a humble mix of water, sugar, and a secret blend of ingredients. The mix is then lovingly carbonated, like a fizzy symphony for your taste buds. Remember the part where we joked about the factory being run by hyperactive squirrels on treadmills? We're still not saying it's true, but we're not saying it's not either. And let's not forget about the secret sauce. No, not the unicorn tears. Those are strictly for our personal stash. In all seriousness, it's a complex process that results in the energy-packed drink we all know and love. Next time you crack open a can of Red Bull, remember the journey it took to get to you. And remember, no unicorns were harmed in the making of this energy drink.